All right, everybody, here we are back again, just leaving Good Springs. All right, we've taken over this, Powder Gangers camp here. All right, now I had my eye on the trailer up there. It's essentially like a little radio station, little broadcast place. I expect a little Gecko resistance here, but I can take advantage of this to get my last arms crippled with the shotgun thing challenge that I can complete with these guys. This is a Wasteland survival guide up here in this trailer, so it's definitely a must-have for me. I am a skill book freak. I'm like that in any game. Dragon Age, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, doesn't matter. Skill books, I gotta have it. Oh, well, Alright, may have bit off a little more than I can chew there, you know? I didn't expect like 50 of them. Holy crap. I wonder how long it's going to take me to figure out that I have the wrong gun out, too. Yeah, I'm not going to accomplish anything with this varmint rifle. There we go. This was a combat technique from Oblivion. Run backwards. Draw the enemy and run backwards and slice and dice at them while you go. Well, apparently I didn't hit his forearm, or I didn't cripple it, one way or the other. Now these little guys are only worth 5 points, but there's some geckos later on. I think once you get out of range of Good Springs, the geckos go up to anything from 25 to 50, even 75 points. Especially like the fire geckos and stuff like that. Yeah, take that to the face, dude. Okay, why I don't really want to go into vats right here with 2 of them right on me is because they can kill me pretty quick, and while you're in vats, it wasn't really like this in Fallout 3, but in this one, while you're in vats, they can continue attacking you, and their attacks count. I remember in Fallout 3, a lot of times you could go into vats and essentially save yourself, even from a nuke. You know, you could basically fire a nuke at your own feet in vats and live. And in New Vegas, while you're in vats, you can get killed real easy. I think that was it. I think that was the last limb. There it is. Yeah, 5 out of 5. All right, good stuff. I may still use the shotgun every once in a while just for funs, but I can really pretty much put it up now. More of an SMG pistol fan. Although I do like a sniper rifle every once in a while. They're definitely fun. I really like the sniping in Fallout. In Fallout 3 also. I really did. In fact, in Fallout 3, probably even more so because it was a way to aim down the sights. That's why I especially like the Infiltrator and Perforator. Dude, what is up with all these geckos? I don't remember this many. Really don't. Oh, this guy's really pissed that I killed his friends, I think. But yeah, the Perforator and the Infiltrator were a way to aim down the sights, essentially. That was my one knock on Fallout 3, was the, I don't know, the third-person view when you were fighting. And even the first-person view was, you know, your version of aim down the sights was to just lift your hand up just a little bit. I do like this a lot better. Uh-oh. Okay, well, that's not... The empty click-click is no good. Wow, he flanked me. Or is that another one? Holy crap, it's the friggin' Gecko apocalypse, man. What's up with this? Well, I don't know where he came from, but yeah, that's right. Give him an old Gatling gun to the face. Friggin' lizards. Speaking of that, what are you doing here?
Careful. It's dangerous out here.
Yeah, well, where were you with the last 50 geckos?
I can smell trouble a mile away.
I can't tell.
I like you, friend. Have I mentioned that?
That was just a little sinister.
I saved your life, so I kind of feel responsible for you is all. Well, sure you can, friend. But everyone needs a hand from time to time. Maybe you return the favor one day. I wouldn't put it exactly like that, friend. Till
Yeah.
our trails cross again, partner.
Judy's right. There's a little creepiness there. Just a little overly southern friendly there, friend. Yeah, I'm not digging that. I feel like I need to go take a shower now all of a sudden. That's just not cool. All right, so we come up in this trailer. Now, there's a interesting thing written on the wall here. I just want to point out that this same thing can be found on the wall in at least one of the casinos. I think the Gomorrah. But you'll even see it on the loading screen. You know, like when you go through doors and fast travel and things like that, you'll see it on the loading screen. It's written in the back as graffiti on the wall in one of the casino shots. I think it's casino. Anyway, it's let it all end here. And I don't know if it's the same person or a group of people or whatever. But everyone is gone. I'm not really sure who he's referring to. I mean, the obvious would be, okay, nuclear war, but I mean, everybody's not gone, so... And this is obviously a post-war setup here, so I'm only assuming he's referring to... There's got to be some lore behind it and that I just don't know about. Anyway, here's our Wasteland Survival Guide. I'm going to want a few scrap electronics. I do not remember, once again, the parts that I'm going to need to fix e-dee, but one good thing about scrap electronics is they also go into weapon repair kits, and they're a little harder to find than scrap metal. Oh, and what's the other thing you need? See, scrap metal, scrap electronics, I think a wrench, and a wonder glue. Wrenches, wonder glue, pretty common. Scrap metal, really common. But scrap electronics seem to be the hardest thing to find of all those ingredients. I'm sure there's a place or two somewhere in the game where they're just plentiful. But for the most part, they're the rarest of those four ingredients, I think. The Repcon Center is great for weapon repair kit parts. There is wonder glue, especially, and wrenches lying pretty much everywhere. And then when you get down into the basement, there's a couple places where there's just, oh man, a lot of that stuff. And the good thing about that is the whole time you're at the Repcon Center, you're finding, what would you call it? Laser-based, energy-based weapons. All right, and so instead of taking two weapons of lesser value and putting them together to make one better weapon, keep them like they are, make a bunch of weapon repair kits, and then fix each one individually and like triple your money, you know? Because an energy weapon that's only worth, say, like 150 caps, when you get it to full repair, instead of only being worth like 450 or 500, it goes up to like 1200, 1500. Takes a big jump when you get it past that, I don't know, 50, 75% condition point. Anyway, just one technique for making a bit of money. I like having enough money to get all my upgrades about the time that I get to New Vegas. And so between Caravan, the Repcon Center is a big boost. Usually by that time. And then selling, the loot that I found and stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff that I'm just not going to use. So I'm going to be able to just get rid of it as I go. I usually just use base weapons, 9mm, varmint rifle, single shotguns. I use a Caravan shotgun when I get a good one. Try to stay away from the DLC stuff, because I'm not a big fan of DLC weapons and armor, because I think they're overpowered. I think they're used as an incentive to get people to purchase the game and purchase DLCs. And I'm trying to make it more challenging, not easier. And so I don't need a gun that, wears down only 1/10 as fast and does double damage and has extra stuff built in. I don't need all that. I'm not looking for that. I'm certainly not paying for that. I'll pay for DLC for the experience. I mean, I want a new map. I want a new place to go. I want new NPCs. I want more adventuring and more stuff to discover. I'm all for that. But I don't need a bunch of overpowered gear, for example, level 10 quality stuff at level 1. But, once I get to level 10, sure enough, I'll eventually trade it out, but I don't need to be overpowered to start. I like to experience the game on the game's terms and beat it on its own terms. And then crank it to its highest difficulty and beat it like that too. Convincingly, you know. Anyway. I don't believe there's anything up there on these cliffs between here and Prim. Now, past Prim, all up to the right side, up in the cliffs and stuff, there's a few places to discover. There'll be a medicine book, and then there's another Wasteland Survival Guide, and it's one of the hardest skill books to get, at least early game for me, because it's surrounded by a half dozen giant red scorpions, 3 or 4 of which can aggro on you at once.
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Good Springs. We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them. We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Okay, there's really no point in talking to him right now. There's nothing for it. Now, he may be someone that's involved in a quest line or 2 later, but there's nothing to really be gained. I could go in for some empty dialogue, but it require a loading screen into his tent, loading screen back out, and so on and so forth, so I'm not going to bother with that. In other words, the dialogue options that would be available later, they just aren't there now. I mean, I can say a few things to him, but it wouldn't serve any purpose. Anyway, let me grab what ammo I can. I always take free ammo. I try to buy as little ammo as possible. I'll buy specialty ammo, sniper rounds, which are probably the most rare. In fact, I think they're even more rare than the 12.7 millimeter ammo, seeing as you can get those off like Legion assassin squads and stuff. Whereas sniper ammo, you have to catch somebody shooting at you with a hunting rifle, which is usually not good news because hunting rifles do a crap ton of damage when you're hit with them, but they're more rare than I think any of the other stuff, in my opinion. I'm trying to remember what raider bands the guy was talking about. He said there's 2 raider groups. I know there's the Jackals. I'm trying to think what the other one would be. Wouldn't be cons. I don't know. I guess if we run across them, we'll know, right? Or maybe he's referring to the Legion. I guess that's possible, because they're kind of everywhere. Now, if it was Legion, it'd be Legion. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is save prior to picking this guy's pocket, so that if I get caught, I can just re-up. I don't need negative NCR rep right now. And there we go. So this is a little cheesy, I guess. But if you want to get your pickpockets done quick, if you get caught, it doesn't count. And there's a Challenger trophy. I'm not a big pickpocketing fan. About the only thing I'll do this for is for the challenge. And then for dog tags later. Once your sneak's way up there and stuff, you're almost guaranteed a pickpocket anyway. But right now, not so much. Okay, this weight management. Man, I'm glad I'm here to get e-dee, finally. I can unload all this garbage and actually carry some stuff for myself. I thought there was 4. Anyway, alright, so there'll be a few random... Oh, I guess maybe they're calling the Powder Gangers raiders. Maybe they were just counting them. But I don't think so. I don't think so, because I think they're kind of a faction all in and of themselves. Anyway, there'll be a few Powder Gangers up here guarding the front, and then a couple on that roller coaster in the back. I know there's a safe over here. There's some houses off to the right. One of them, actually, even the stuff in it is considered stealing. I'm not sure who the houses technically belong to, or if they later can become residents, there's something you can do here. After you're done with this and you bring quote-unquote law and order back to Prim, then if you wait a little while, you come back to the casino, there's another event that takes place, and then the casino actually opens. And you can use it as a casino to get kicked out of. It doesn't count towards the trophy, but there are some caps to be made. Not much. In order to get kicked out, I think you only clear like, I don't know, 1,200, 1,500 caps before they kick you out for good. But it's good early, and maybe something I actually do here. I probably won't suffer you guys through it because it takes leaving, waiting, and when you're playing on hardcore mode, when you wait, you get hungry and you get thirsty, and so you have to balance your food and drink with your sleep. And I guess what I could do is go over to the sheriff's office and just chill for a couple days and then come back. And like I say, there will be a minor event that occurs, and I'll probably cover that. I won't cover the waiting part, but then when I get back, I'll cover the reopening of the casino. But essentially, you deal with their problem one last time, and then the casino opens, and you can gamble like you would at any of the other ones, you know, blackjack or slots or whatever. Blackjack, of course, being the only one you're actually really going to make money in. Quickly, anyway. Notice there's some clipping there. The rock isn't quite attached to the ground. And I'm hitting the wall. The invisible wall. Can't finish this dude. Oops. Okay, well, he didn't come this way. I laid those out just to set them for somebody. I'll just sell them later. That's fine. Explosives are something I will use situationally at times. There'll be some challenges for that, too. One of the harder ones is to kill adult cazadors with long fuse dynamite. Essentially, you have to keep your followers from killing them and get the long fuse to go off. And it's hard. It's really hard. You essentially almost have to kill yourself with long fuse dynamite because it takes so long to trigger that the cazadors are usually long gone. Or they just get clipped by it and it doesn't actually kill them, it just hurts them a little bit. And long fuse dynamite is kind of rare, although, I don't know, maybe there's a way to make it or something. Also, I think you can use something else. Some other DLC type explosive that you can make yourself. Time bombs or... I don't remember. Yeah, I'd have to go look at the challenge. But that's one of the harder ones. At least on very hard, it's harder. I guess if it was easy and just about anything you use is an insta-kill, if you put it on very easy, I don't know. Well, that's quite a bit of firepower there for Beagle, considering he's such a sissy. I probably should start grabbing wrenches and stuff like that. I don't know. Here pretty soon I'll start collecting all those and just giving them to e-dee as I go. Okay, well, apparently nothing else I can fix. Be surprised how many cartons of cigarettes and caps can be found in mailboxes and trash dumpsters. And if you wonder why I'm dropping chems and drinking the liquor and stuff pretty often, is simply just creeping my way towards that challenge too. In fact, if I get close enough, I may just sit there and just drop a buff out, a Mentat, a Psycho, a Meta, you know, just one of everything. Just to go ahead and get it out of the way. Once I have the challenge, the added benefit is that it makes you resistant to addiction from that point forth. Well, one makes you resistant, and then another challenge which is related. One is just for taking them, and another one is for actually becoming addicted. And I think that's the one that makes you resistant to addiction. Once you become addicted so many times. and then the other one makes your meds last longer. So you put those hand in hand, and that's pretty handy later on. It's kind of ironic. I'll probably be using meds less and less as the game progresses. A lot of times I don't think to drop a buff out or a med X or any of that other stuff. I just, just go with it. Well, there's always 2 boxes of 308 rounds here, so that's pretty cool. Another good way to drop weight is to break down all the ammo you're not using. It's good for extra lead and extra powder and things like that too. For the rounds you will use and that you will actually make for yourself. Okay, now this, I'm not going to grab it because I really couldn't care less about it. And true enough, I could just give it to e-dee just to have it. And I don't know, actually that's probably what I would normally do with a lot of things. But this Sheriff's Duster, I don't know about the hat, but I know the Duster, this is the only one of its kind that I know of in the game. And if you don't grab it now, after you let Beagle go, I think it's possible that it's either him or somebody else claims it, but it can and usually does disappear. I don't know if there's any exceptions to that. But as far as I know, it will disappear on you. I know Myers will claim it for himself if you make him sheriff. I like making Prim sheriff because not only do you complete the quest for a law in Prim, but you also get the XP for programming Prim to become sheriff. So it's, it's a little added boost. All right, and the houses are straight ahead, off to the right on the other side of that brick wall there. I think there's a Sunset Star cap in one of the houses. I'm not going to go search all of them right now to go find it, but I'm pretty sure. I don't remember which house it is. And there's that stupid... Yeah, come back here, punk. See, I can take damage the entire time I'm in VATS. Watch, I'll be a little bit hurt when I... Yeah, see? So, yeah, it's a little different than Fallout 3. Now, each one of these guys is going to drop NCR money, which I'm assuming is to say that they stole it off of all the troopers that they've killed to set themselves free. But they'll all drop NCR money and ammo and whatever gun they're using. And so... repairing your 9mm and your varmint rifles and whatever else. It comes in pretty handy. Alright, and there's e-dee, looking all pathetic on the table. Grab these in case I'm going to need them. Now, depending on your repair skill, your science skill, and like I say, as long as you have the parts, you're pretty much going to be able to fix them one way or another. I don't know if the way you fix them has some impact on his effectiveness, like his health and his combat abilities. I don't know. You know what? And now that I think of it, that's actually a good question. Like if you repair him with a real high science skill, maybe he gets a bonus. That's a thought. Anyway, regardless, I got my buddy. Okay, and I guess it's DLC stuff, but now, as soon as you get him, at least with the DLCs, he can make stuff for you. He's basically like a walking, what would you call it? A repair bench or whatever, and a ammo bench, all in one. Kind of like having a ammo bench and Veronica wandering with you. Which Veronica will actually be my other follower. Kind of makes her her ability to put stuff together on the fly kind of obsolete, because e-dee can pretty much do it all for you. There we go. Look at that weight go down. Sweet. For a little robot, he can carry a bunch of crap. I'll tell you that. Fission batteries, I know you can use those to make moonshine, believe it or not. Once I get Cass. Don't know how long I'll run with Cass. I'll probably run with her for a while. And then I'll switch to... usually I run with Cass as long as it takes to do all of her quests. And get her loyalty, essentially. And then I'll... I don't know. Send her back home and then get Veronica. And then... once I get to Vegas, get Lucky 38 and all that, then I'll maybe go pick them all back up and tell them to go home. But I'll always stick with Veronica in the end. She's my favorite. I'm gonna set him to passive just for a while and see how he acts. See if he can keep himself out of danger. Until I can get him upgraded. Once I get him upgraded, it's on. Yeah, I give him to the followers to get his upgrade. You have a choice between the followers and the Brotherhood of Steel, and the followers give him that funky super DPS friggin' plasma cannon thing. And he becomes an absolute beast. Yeah, e-dee's cool, man. I'll take all that. There we go. Alright, we can head on our way. Alright, next thing is to go explore the Vicky and Vance. There's some things to be found here. Some people to talk to and stuff to do. And then we'll go do the Bison Steve and all that. Alright, so we have our work set out for us. Alright, so for more Fallout New Vegas, click that top box. For a complete list of all my videos, click the bottom box. And if you want to subscribe and stay updated on daily video uploads and all that good stuff, then click that box right there over my head. Appreciate you watching. Thanks. Share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Y'all take it easy.